How's it going? It's going okay with me, thanks. So, like I said in my last video, it was basically a maintain week for me, but because my fat percentage kept going down, I know that any weight that I gained was basically water weight and a little bit of lean weight, and is balanced out by loss of fat, so it's all good. A few videos ago I said that I would talk about the 230s because it's a meaningful decade for me, and even though I'm not in the 230s anymore, I'm still going to do that. I've been in the 230s 5 distinct times in my life, and except for the very first time that I was in the 230s, I learned very important life lessons. The first time that I was in the 230s, I was 16 or 17 years old. At the time, I was suffering from the worst bout of major depression that I've ever had in my life. It wasn't the most severe bout of depression I've ever had, but it was definitely the worst because at that age, I just didn't know myself well enough, and I didn't have the mental tools necessary to deal with it. I'm not going to go into it too much, not because it's super personal or anything, but when I was thinking about what I was going to say about that time, I just, it's so long ago I can't even get myself in the headspace that I was in at the time. But at that time, I thought that basically my depression was rooted in who I was and that it was incurable. I thought that it was completely hopeless. I thought that it was rooted basically in my worldview, that everything was completely meaningless, and that everything and everybody in the world was absurd, and that to care about anything or anybody, or even myself, would be completely absurd. And like I said, I just had no hope that it would change because I thought that I would have to make myself believe something different. I thought I would have to make myself believe an illusion in order to think differently. And I just, I can't make myself believe illusions. Nobody can make themselves believe illusions. I was to learn later in life that I don't have to do that in order to lift depression. I'll talk about that in future videos, but at the time, of course, I just had no idea. And so I thought that, I looked around and around me and I thought, well, everyone else who seems happy and normal, well, they must be delusional because they just don't see the truth like I do. And so it was very alienating. I felt alienated from my parents. I felt alienated from my friends, and so I spent a lot of time isolating myself, and much of that time that I spent isolating myself, I was binging on food. I gained 100 pounds over that 2-year period, and I graduated from high school around 280 pounds, and not a muscular 280, that very flabby 280. My pant size was about 48 or 50, so that should give you some idea of how fat I was. I was actually fatter at that time than I was at, when I started this particular process a year and a half ago. I was 334 pounds, but my pant size was 46, so I was actually leaner than I was then. So yeah, that was almost 20 years ago, and except for a short period of time from between the summer of '97 to the fall of '98, I have been obese ever since. That all ends forever this coming week. This is the last time that you will see an obese person in this channel. At least, as defined by the BMI, which as I said last week, is completely meaningless. But anyway, the next time you'll see me, I will be merely overweight. Yeah. Anyway, so that's cool. So wish me luck on that. I'm pretty sure that I'll do it. Well, not pretty sure. I'm 100% confident I'll do it. So anyway. I'll talk about the next time that I was in the 230s next week, And hope you all have a great week, and I will see you next time. Okay? Bye-bye.